than that, you didn't have anything specifically going on. We're going to go ahead and open our session in the very familiar Two Peaks bathhouse, familiar at least to Blythe and Isla. Um, Isla, would be your first time visiting the Two Peaks bathhouse, and you have it's mid morning or so. You decided to start your day after you got some breakfast and smashed your fruit by taking a steam bath and then a soak in the community pool in the center of the bathhouse.
All right.
All right. And Jade, you went ahead and accompanied her. Also, your first time in a bathhouse. Never experienced this kind of thing before. But you're, game for anything as the two of you were sitting there soaking in the tub. You had left word with Drift to join you if he wanted to. And Lythan, you are already there soaking as you see this very small goblin and this very tall, silver-haired, very beautiful human, but sort of otherworldly looking human walk up and get into the pool.
I definitely want to be in the bathhouse, but I feel like we're just going to get derailed on snake dicks again.
I mean, no promises.
None at all.
It's what the cards bring up. As far as derailing is concerned, you know how this works. So if you're going to join them in the bathhouse, feel free to do so.
Yeah, I'm there.
All right. So Drift is already there, sort of the steam curling around his head as you two slip into the pool. Lythan, you see these three people making light conversation between them, sort of sitting beside you.
So,
all right.
Do you guys want me to make colorful smoky bubbles?
Absolutely.
Yes, I'm going to cast prestidigitation on my hand underneath the water so that it looks like it's boiling and bubbling and popping yellows and pink and blue smoke.
Ivan, who is kind of like in a peaceful meditation, is just kind of waking up at this point, just kind of looking around, wondering what the hell's going on.
Are you in the same tub as us?
I guess.
Yeah, it's a community pool. I feel like it's a little bit like those ones in Iceland where they have this large, sort of rough-edged natural pool with the hot, steamy water, kind of milky colored.
Hey, you guys, watch these. And I am going to prestidigitation a foot around his waistline, make it warm water so he feels like he peed himself. Dank's character.
Lythan is female.
Ooh, Lythan.
Oh my god.
So yes, I make you feel like you peed yourself.
She stands up from the tub. Oi! Which one of you touched me? I stuck with my accent.
Oh no, you're good.
You're fine.
It'll even up.
Don't hit me.
I don't think anyone actually touched you, to be fair.
I put my finger down because I was pointing at at Drift.
I think Drift's literally just floating and oblivious right now.
Well then, which one of you did it? Come on, I don't have to explain it. Why is my water warm in this area?
Did you pee yourself?
You half-pint green-skinned no.
Well, I've been peeing. I peed right when I got in.
I did too, like 2 times.
No shame.
She'll just kind of close her eyes in frustration and grab her forehead. Oh, that's a nice one.
Oh, don't kill us.
I don't think she's going to kill us. Join us and pee again.
No. If you two want to enjoy your urine soup, go ahead. I'm stepping out.
Wait, we got snacks. Do you think she's hungry?
I don't know if people can be hungry when they're angry.
No, and especially not when I'm bathing in urine.
Well, I mean, there's more water than urine, right? So really, you're only bathing in a tiny, itsy bitsy, teensy weensy bit of urine.
Kind of thinks about it. I suppose it's not as bad as, or it's just as bad as being in a stream.
Exactly.
And what is it called? Kind of cringes when she thinks of the meaning of the word stream.
I love you, Tank.
Oh, besides, watch this. I could like make all of the pee come out of the water. So I'm gonna use prestidigitation again. I'm gonna oh
Such a great
And-
spell.
I'm gonna make this yellow like
Oh God.
coloring, make it look like it's coming towards my hands. And then I'm gonna make it turn into smoke and then disappear into the air. See,
So-
now there is no more pee.
You sort of swirl your hand in the water, and the yellow sort of colorant sort of swirls in to make like a ball or a shape right around your hand. You move your hand upward, and you sort of pull it like smoke up and out of the water, and it dissipates into the air. And the water appears the milky, clear blue that it was before.
I really wish I hadn't seen that.
Oh, it's okay. I just made it yellower so that you could see that it was all coming out. It's just illusion.
Yeah, that was a lot more pee than I expected.
Some of it was dried on the sides for a while. It happens. It sets around. It gets yellow. Don't ask me how I know this. It's. Never mind. How are you? What is your name?
My name's Lythen.
Oh my gosh.
Lythen. It is a beautiful
Lythen.
name. Lythen. What does it mean?
It's I don't know, it's my name.
It is very pretty. It is as pretty as you are.
I agree.
Oh, yeah, thank you. You're not so bad for a goblin yourself.
And now I don't smell.
And that's even better. I agree. Upgrade.
Oh my God.
So with that, the afternoon or the morning passes on, and my three adventurers that, are supposed to be sort of adventuring, but really are sort of just dinking around, decide that their day's getting on. They need to decide to do something. What are y'all doing?
You guys, do you want to go get some foods or maybe, go sneak out of the city and see what there is?
Oh, let's go
Yeah, what,
exploring. Let's get food to go.
I like food to go. And what was our plan here? Something about killing undead.
I don't know if we were supposed to
Oh,
immediately kill them. I thought we were just gonna, go look and see them.
mm.
Kind of like a tourist thing.
I mean, we'll definitely go look and see them, but then they're undead, so we're probably just gonna kill them, right?
That's your whole thing,
Just-
isn't it?
I'm just jumping ahead, I guess.
Wait, it just reminded me that, I remember hearing that the what was that feather that you gave me? That is a tribute to the Raven Queen. The Raven Queen, she hates the undead. She's like, oh no, you got to stop that shit right here. So yeah, I think he does have to kill him.
Well, we could go kill some undead, I suppose.
There's not usually a lot of redeeming characteristics, you know.
I mean,
Oh,
can they hold a conversation?
Not usually. And the ones that can are the worst ones.
Oh.
they're in a bad mood. They have no like. They can't get like no juices in their mouth. They got the dry eyeballs. They're in a bad mood.
So,
Undead, you say? Do you know
Lythan,
who
you
raised
hear
these
all this
undead?
going on.
Right. Who do you suspect raised these undead?
Their moms.
I thought they
I
just
don't know.
popped out of the ground. Just 'cause
Yeah, I
it
don't
got dark or something.
yeah, I don't know there, bud. Let's go find out.
Bud.
Yes, I am in for this. Going to find out. That sounds very fun.
All right. And with that, you do see sort of little ways away from you, sort of smiling at the nonsense that's going on between the three of you and your new friend, um, an old friend, someone you've seen before, sitting there, smiling, his dreadlocks dragging in the water. Is the alley man.
Oh,
Oh, this fucking guy again.
How does he show up everywhere we are?
he is
I
magic
think
man.
he's always been there. We just don't really notice him most of the time.
He got good stealthy stuff.
Oh, that makes sense. I really don't. I don't often notice everything going around. It's a problem I'm working on.
Have you met like have you met the Aliman yet? He's pretty nice guy. Lyden?
Asking you, Lythan.
Um, does Lyden know this guy? And Lyden's a native, but
Yeah, you. This is the man that took you in, that adopted you.
oh, it was this guy.
Oh shit.
Yes, I'm quite acquainted with him. I'd regard him as a good friend of mine.
Yeah. He's give us stuff for like for being like to use, and then he told us that we got to go meet the queens, and then he told us that Isla's tree was getting sick. I do remember
yes.
that.
He's quite generous from my experience.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
he
oh
really
yeah. He gives us cards too, right? And I'll just walk over to him and hold out my hand.
And the alley man looks up at you and says, "Oh, hello. How are you doing, Drift?"
Oh, hey there, bud. You got a card then?
Oh, well, not in the water, but I can have in a minute. Give me a minute to get out, get dried off. And he stands up and goes and gets a robe and starts drying off. He says, "Yeah, come meet me in the bar. I'll do a reading for you."
All right then. Hey, maybe we can get some road snacks while we're at it.
And he says, "Yeah, no, food's good here."
Do you think they'd make us a picnic basket?
I mean, I'm sure they do whatever you ask them to do, as long as you pay them to do it. They're in the business of helping the people.
Paying
Whatever it is.
difficult.
Whatever the matter, this tiny green one owes me snacks.
yes. I will buy the snacks for us this time. We will do.
A debt is owed.
Yes, it is very scarce stuff. You got to like pay it before you know you get stabbed again. It's like no, it's not
Stabbed
good stuff.
again?
Yeah, it is. Let's just say it hurts like a motherfucker.
I would assume.
Yes, my
so.
people do give a good soaking after a good stabbing.
Oh my. How about here. And Isla's gonna cast Goodberry
Okay.
and just hand him the entire, handful of them. Just, here. 10 delicious berries. It's a snack.
You will like those, Lyden.
I suppose.
They're very filling.
He tries one, just immediately feels the nutrition in her veins.
They also
Now-
regulate
now were
your
those-
bowel movements.
Were those in the water with us? You might want to wash those off.
No, I just made them. I just did it. But she's absolutely in the water.
Wait, are you saying that she made these? She says, still half eating one.
Yes, I made them.
You're a bush of some sort?
I don't think so.
Kind of is.
And she's kind of looking down at her body, am I growing branches?
Make
You do that,
make a
Mom.
perception roll there, please, Isla.
Oh no.
Sorry, you're a bush now.
I got a 6.
All right.
I used the key, but I'm pretty sure it's just Isla's character sheet that's fucked up.
All right. And the card. The reason I told you to make a perception roll was the card that popped up was.
Oh god.
I mean, I feel like this is a wild magic roll. Just saying.
Oh god.
With the comment that you just made and this card popping up, you guys can tell me if I'm wrong, but
You got a bush.
Oh no.
Oh.
yeah, sorry, it's cut off. I'll make it so you guys can read that. Those of you who aren't so familiar with these cards, Gala and Debbie
magic.
immediately recognize it.
What
That
over
is
you got?
that is the card that is absolutely called weird ass magical shit. Or mystical shit. So I feel like with that you should probably make a wild magic roll there, baby.
Okay, how do I do that?
You roll a
D100.
D100
Oh,
and then a D3.
okay.
Roll for branches.
D100, go.
It's a really cool card. It's got 2/3 eyes, healing crystals.
I got a 12. And then
Okay.
A D3.
Yep.
I think I did this right. A 3.
Out of 3?
Okay. So as you look down at your body, you don't see branches, but what you do hear is this beautiful, strange, ethereal music consisting of harps and chime-like bells and a rhythmic drumming sound, and it just sort of begins where your body is and emanates around you, maybe 100 feet or so, as the spa-like room that you're in fills with this ethereal, almost celestial-sounding music.
Isla starts kind of moving her shoulders along with the drum beat, ooh, ooh.
What are you doing there, my friendly bard?
Do you hear that?
I do. What is that? It is. Oh.
I think it's my body.
You can control the volume, but it is with you for an hour.
But that does not mark the arrival of the angels. It sounds like their war song, no?
I don't feel like going to war. I just feel like dancing.
Oh, yeah, dancing is very fun. But, undead. Oh, let's go dance with the undead.
And the alley man laughs at the two of you and says, "Come on, come have some food with me. Bring your music along, and we'll find out what the cards tell us.
Without meaning to, Isla kind of like adjusts the volume so it's like when you walk into like one of those Lush stores or like Bed Bath and Beyond, and no matter what corner you're in, you can still hear it.
Yeah. All right. So, Lythan, are you following them into the bar area, or are you going to stay in the pool? Up to you.
Yes, we'll follow them.
Oh, okay, so Lythan follows you. Drift, you're already in the bar waiting on the alleyman and the girls.
Yep.
All right. So he comes up to the table and waves for a bartender to come over and says, they were talking about a picnic. I want wine. We need table snacks. Just, kind of bring us stuff. And he looks at you guys expectantly to see what you want.
I like wine.
It is nice, yes. And cheese?
He said the waiter says, I got wine, I got cheese, I got pickles, I got sandwiches. I can bring it all if that's what you guys want.
Just
Yeah.
a single pickle.
A single
So-
pickle.
We'll do
Okay.
one of everything and an extra pickle, I guess.
All right. And, wanders off, waits on a few other tables, comes back with food here in front of you. It's a decent white wine, not overly sweet, not overly dry. There's also quite a spread of different kinds of small sandwiches, like slider-style sandwiches, pickles, cheese, a little bit of salami, some fruit, that kind of stuff. The kind of stuff you want when you're drinking.
Small green one. You should also enjoy yourself a pickle. They're very hydrating.
You might be right. Could I get 2 pickles, and could one of them be dried off so that way, it's more portable in my hand as we're walking?
And the bartender says, yeah, you want one of the big dill pickles? I can give you, and you can, sort of carry that when you go.
Oh, can you give me the biggest one you got?
Yeah, can do. Be prepared for jokes. And then he goes off and brings it back to you.
I'm going to wrap it up in the napkin and put it in my pocket.
All right. So the alleyman looks at all this going on and says, "Yeah, no, you guys are you're on a roll here." And he starts turning cards. And the first card is, quite interestingly, sort of in answer to one of the questions you had already asked.
Do pickles fit in pockets?
No, not that question.
Oh my god.
Now I need to
Turn
go
off
get some
prices.
Tony Paco's pickles.
Is that a local thing?
Yeah, kind of, but Tony
Oh,
Paco's
shit.
was
Hold on a
made
second.
famous by MASH.
Yeah, no, you can read it. Yeah. It's a Ohio, Michigan, Illinois thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's I believe it's Hungarian.
Yeah.
They do sausages and buns. I'll send you a link to what they serve. So if you're ever there.
Yeah.
I've been sleep eating pickles recently. I keep waking up on the couch with a jar in my lap.
And he turns that card over
What?
first. Yeah, she has been. I can attest.
It could be a lot worse.
Oh,
Yep.
God,
Right?
yeah. It
I
has-
wake
There
up
was-
at the countries
It
go
has
get
been
breakfast.
worse.
There was a woman that got pregnant, right? Because she was like sleeping with her neighbor and had no idea.
Oh no.
think I heard of that.
Oh my god.
That would be awful.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
A woman who got pregnant and sleeping with her neighbor. Oh, and didn't know it.
I love the one on the right. That's so pretty.
Those are,
Me
those are
too.
both
Look
pretty.
like coins.
That's the oh yeah. It
All
looks like
right.
round.
So yeah, it is. It's the reversed four of coins. The Alaman turns over the High Priestess, the Ace of Swords, and the reversed four of coins, and says, "Oh no, this is interesting. You were saying in there, I believe, you were looking for somebody who was behind the rise of the undead. I think we can safely say with this High Priestess that you should probably be looking for some sort of religion that's bringing them."
Yeah, looks like we just stabbed the high priestess with a sword and we get 4 coins. It's sorted.
It's a little more complex than that.
Yeah, whatever you say, bud. You guys ready to go?
But you don't. There's still the sword. It is broken, and with the crown, maybe you are going to be king. You don't know.
Are you royalty?
He looks at you and says, "No, the sword very definitely is your card drift. You are the decider here, clearly." Gala,
Yes.
Drift's
you
just
really went
standing by the door, like ready to go.
Yes.
No, that might even be one of my.
Well,
I think I'm the only one that caught what she did there.
well,
Tell me, you
I missed it. I was thinking something else.
renewed shall be sword that was broken, the crownless again shall be king. Am I the only one that caught
Yeah,
that?
you did. You're the only one that heard it. Congratulations. You get a brownie point.
I want the brownie.
well,
You
wait,
get the brownie too.
if the sword card means that Drift is the decision maker, then we should probably listen to him. He's like our boss now.
Oh, and you know there is 4 coins. There is 4 of us.
He says, "Well, this is not, I know it's coins, but it's not really about money. This is more about the person that you're looking for that's in charge of the undead. Reversed 4 coins is wanton waste, but it's also hoarding, which is weird. I know. But it's somebody who has, I mean, will throw money after good after bad if it's what they believe in, but they will also hoard everything to themselves. And this may be why they're summoning the undead in an effort to get more for themselves."
More.
There was a person like that in my forest before I left. They would just hoard the fruit, but then it would go bad. But they still kept
And
it.
he turns over the next card and says, "Well, that makes sense. Because the next card is Destructive Death."
And meanwhile, Drift's standing by the door, like checking all his weapons, making sure they're loose in the scabbards.
Oh my god.
This fucking deck.
Drift is like super thirsty to kill something. I love it.
Right? It's super thirsty to kill something. And you see that card, Isla, and it does look like a forest on fire.
Well, that's just an ugly card.
No, it's not ugly. Look, it is your trees. They are burning, and then that is Drift's castle in the back. It is on fire too. The whole world is on fire.
That doesn't
And
make
he
it any
looks,
better.
he looks at you and says, "It could be. This card tells us that action is needed, or it will be."
My tree.
What are we doing waiting here? We got to go catch up with Drift.
Let's go. Let's go.
The last 2 cards in the reading are really on point. Because this deck,
Oh
the
my
2 of
God.
Wands and the Hanged Man.
So we're
So
going on an adventure and then one of us will die?
The hangman doesn't necessarily represent die. One of you will give up something important. The hanged man means sacrifice. Martyrdom, willing sacrifice.
All right then. So let's go find this this priestess and kill a cat.
Oh, that kitties are going to suck. But
All
yes,
right. So are you asking Lythan to join you or not?
we do need a bit of friend.
Do you want to come on our picnic undead adventure?
Yes, I believe I do.
It will be fun, and to get to kill like some overly like done to religious person that's like bringing all this undead stuff.
Yes, this does sound like it's aligned with my. I will help you.
Perfect.
Isla, what?
Isla's gonna like wave down the waiter and be like, whatever this fine gentleman, and she's gesturing at the alley man, doesn't want, can you just pack it up into a picnic basket?
And he says, oh yes, miss, no problem whatsoever, and brings over a basket and several different kinds of napkins and little small containers, like throwaway type containers, made out of a rough clay that you realize can be used and then discarded easily. He brings them over to you and says, here, take what you want.
Do we have to pay for the basket?
No, consider it a courtesy. Next time you're in through town, return it if you still have it. If you don't worry about it.
Thank you. And she'll, like, basically ask the alley man what he wants to continue eating, and then she's going to pack up the rest.
He's just going to take the bottle of wine and wave you all a goodbye.
Wait, no, I wanted that.
The waiter says, did you want this one?
Do I have to pay for it?
Well, yes.
I got it, Tyler.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's what friends are for.
Oh, you're the best friend.
All right, so we're freshly provided with a new bottle of wine and a picnic basket full of snacks. You're off to see the wizard. Wonderful. As you progress, sort of happily talking back and forth towards the north part of town, is there anything you want to do before you leave town on your way north?
Who had the Giuseppe?
What?
Nobody had the Giuseppe, I think, in this group.
Because we got the Giuseppe in this game
That's
first, and that's why
right.
me and Dippy was like, fuck yeah, Giuseppe!
Giuseppe!
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember you did have the Giuseppe at one point.
I have no idea
don't
what you're
remember
talking
who
about.
It was either me or Jade. I'm pretty sure it was
Hold on a
Jade.
second. I'll find it and show it to you and see if that jogs your memory there, Joe. Just a second.
I think it was me too,
I
because we
think it
had
was you.
the. Yeah. Giuseppe.
Giuseppe!
Giuseppe was nearly the death of our group last session. Just saying.
Perfect.
Are you a
He's a
Twanky?
Twanky.
Are you a Twanky?
I think whatever scant notes I had from this, I've lost in the months
Yeah.
that have.
They're Giuseppe.
Giuseppe!
Oh, that's terrible.
He's a Twanky.
Is that a Twinkie?
Oh
with
my
robot
God.
legs?
It's a Twinkie with chair legs and a party hat.
You need to make this robot for us, Dank. We really need our own Giuseppe.
When they Twanky.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you get your new employer Skynet on that?
That's
That's dope.
So yeah, Jade, you probably had the Giuseppe. So
Yeah.
we'll just consider that to be your thing in the background of your character. As we go forward, is there anybody who wants
Real
to do
quick.
anything? Yeah.
Yeah. Can I find food and fresh water for my wanderer background?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Cool. For up to 5 people, provided that the land offers berries, small game, river.
Yeah,
I'll go next door to the food and freshwater store.
Yeah, as you're wandering north, you do kind of wander through an open air market, so food, fresh water, and all that is available to
Nice.
purchase it. But as you wander out of town into the farm country, you're also able to find food and fresh water as you go.
Quick question. Did we
Mhm.
have a long rest?
Yes, you had a long rest.
Yes.
This is the next morning after your night at the inn. I remember right, the last session ended up with you guys in shenanigans at the inn.
And
That's
I'm going to
usually
grab
how
my
it goes.
coffee real quick.
Put us in a building, there will be shenanigans.
Actually, just put you together anywhere and ask you what are you all doing, and there is shenanigans.
Yeah, fair. That's fair.
You just need to make this little half Twinkie robot. It has little tiny robot legs, a soft Twinkie body, and a party hat. You need to make this, Dave. I'm of the mind of this.
But the sound that it makes when it walks across the table has to be like one of those chattering teeth things.
Yep.
And it has to yell, Giuseppe! I don't know if I told you when that was happening, because I briefly listened back on that recording. We spent a solid 5 minutes going, Giuseppe!
Just
I remember.
Thank you.
I didn't realize it went on that long.
We were walking and talking, weren't we, though?
We
Yeah.
were following him, and just every time we were like, "Where'd he go?" He would go, "Giuseppe," and we go, "Giuseppe."
So
You were following Giuseppe and commenting on his twankiness.
when you say it almost killed the party, you mean of old age?
It took them to
Okay.
a circus, and rather than follow it into the circus, they sidetracked themselves into a field next to the circus,
And
where there
therefore
was
TPK.
a very large scarecrow-like construction made out of pumpkins, which was played by Dog, who didn't want to play the first part of the session, but was listening in and couldn't. He got a serious case of FOMO, so he whispered me that he wanted to be the BBEG. So we,
No.
on the fly, made up a scarecrow, and he was the BBEG. And Isla and Blythe ran into the scarecrow and were attempting to talk to it, and Weekend at Birdie it into the circus, and he attacked them. And it went badly.
It went so badly.
Our EC's like, what, 11 or 13?
Huh?
Yeah,
So, like,
yeah, they are
every hit.
Yeah, Blythe and Isla are our casters in that group. And yeah, low AC, every hit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Isla didn't turn into a fucking porcupine.
Okay, you know what? I thought that was a good idea.
No,
It was.
if you didn't, you would have been dead.
I know.
Yeah. Your porcupine form saved you. Oh, and they had the gift of flight at the moment. They had used the wand of flying on themselves,
You could
and
have
they
flown
had the
away.
gift of flight, and they never
Just forgot.
went. They forgot. They never went above 15 feet in the air.
And they were both drunk.
They stayed
And
in range
tripping.
of the
Let's be clear,
And
we were
tripping on
drunk
stuff.
and tripping. We took hallucinogenics.
We thought we were in a mud puddle, and this was all just happening in our head.
Is this in game or out of game?
Oh, this was
In game.
Okay. I would have accepted either answer. Wouldn't have questioned.
No, to be fair, like, we definitely met and we were like, what if this is all in our heads? And then the first time we got hit, we were like, nope, we're actually hurt. God damn it.
This hurts.
So
Psychic damage.
back to the game that we're actually playing. You're in on the outskirts of town, wandering through the market. There's food, there's water, there's whatever around you. Are you guys picking up anything before you leave town?
No,
Aside
I don't
from
need nothing.
the fresh water and food, I don't think so.
Okay. Lythan, for the purposes of just equipping your character, we never did that. You've very definitely got an explorer's backpack. 50 gold.
Oh, okay.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I think
just to make it clear, Isla also has gold. She just doesn't know what it is,
Or how to use it.
or how to use it, or that it like is a monetary value. Like she has no concept of money.
Which
Drift
is
is looking for information with just zero subtlety.
right? Yeah.
Hey there, bud. We're looking for the high priestess. Got a skull for a head. You know what I'm saying?
And the man looks at you and sort of shudders and walks the other way in a hurry.
Yeah, I'll just ask somebody else.
All right.
Oh my god. Drift. Not to sound rude, but I feel like you asking people about a skull-headed priestess might be upsetting them.
Oh yeah, bud. That sounds. I bet you're right. And I'll just keep doing it.
All right. And the next person does sort of a similar thing, just kind of looks at you, looks down at what they're doing, and very pointedly sort of turns their back and tries to help the next person that, is at the stall, whether they needed help or not.
I feel like Drift would just like shift his body to be in front of them again.
Oh my god.
No. Yes, ma'am. How can I help you?
Oh, I'm with him.
Oh.
I also
We
have the
don't
same
talk about
question.
it.
Wait, you
We
don't?
don't talk about it. We don't. Don't
And you
talk
just
about
how about you just like point a finger, and then we'll be gone.
And he points towards the north end of town.
Would that be the direction that the person walked away in by chance?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Let's follow that guy then.
Yes, let's go.
All right. So, gonna need a survival from someone for tracking.
I can survive.
I can-
Oh, she.
I got a
She could do it.
25.
Nice.
25
All right.
to survive.
I think
All
we're
right.
surviving.
So with that, you're easily able to track the man that's sort of making his way through the market. And you can see he's quickly walking, and he's wearing a kind of hooded, long tabard type thing. His arms and legs are free. He's got shirt and trousers on underneath it. It's kind of a long tabard in black or a blackish brown, and hooded over the top of his head. And he's kind of got his head tilted down. And he's sort of pushing his way past people, moving against the crowd. It's not that he's being extremely rude. He's just very definitely moving against the crowd as quickly as he can.
Is he within like 30 feet in front of us?
No, he's about 60 or more feet. It's a good solid 2 turns because you were talking to the other gentleman.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, you guys definitely see Drift getting itchy to stab this guy.
Drift.
Oh, hey there, Isla.
Yep, I've been here the whole time. Hello. Please don't. Correct me if I'm wrong. It looks like you want to hurt that man, but I feel like we should talk to him first.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Go ahead.
I'm going wild.
All right.
Jade has started going between people's legs and trying to get up to him.
All right. What's
Only
your
2
movement?
foot. 30 feet.
Okay.
I would say that if you'd allow it, she'd dash.
I was going to say, you certainly can take the dash action and catch up.
Okay, I just want to kind of stay by him.
All right. So you see, as you and I are discussing, and Lythan is sort of standing there beside the two of you, you see Jade take off at a run, sort of pinballing in between the people, and she's right beside the man, sort of paralleling.
I'm gonna go catch up with her. just in case. And Isla will also take the dash action.
All right, so anybody wanting to take the dash action can catch up pretty quick.
Yeah.
All right, so Lythan, are you accompanying them?
Yes.
All right. Anybody have 45 or 40 foot of movement?
I have no idea.
I'm stuck at 30.
I'm 30.
Yeah, I'm 30.
Okay. All right. So you all catch up basically right about level with the person. And after a few seconds, I mean, one person could get by with just paralleling him. But 4, he notices. He turns around, gives a squeak of recognition, and runs as quickly as he can away from you.
Are we close enough for a reaction?
Yes.
Can I just kind of shove him and try to knock him prone?
Yes, you may. Roll an attack.
I don't know how to do that. Would an unarmed strike work?
Yes, a shove would be an unarmed strike.
That is a bad roll.
I'm gonna, can I do a bonus action?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do magic. No?
Well, wait a second. Yeah, because your action was to dash. So yes, you would be able to do bonus.
Okay, so I'm gonna do magic stone. As we're like kind of going after him, I'm just like leaning down and picking up 3 rocks, and I'm gonna magic stone him and try to throw one at him, like at his ankle.
Okay.
I
All
love
right.
that.
All right. So while Drift is hitting the creature with a 7 or unarmed strike with a 7, you throw the stone at him for what?
9. Does that hit?
No, neither of those hits. But it does make him sort of skip in place as he tries to avoid Drift, and then sort of skip the other direction as he tries to avoid your stone.
Wait!
And you see him sort of stumbling out into a cleared area, and I'm going to go ahead and show you a picture of the person.
Oh my god.
Because this is the card that came up, which is why I described him as I did.
This is not going well.
TPK.
This was our first ever combat with this campaign, and just rolling all 1s and 2s.
Okay, with that image, how can he even see when he's running?
I mean,
The hood just sort of falls forward. You can't see his face.
he's gonna trip on his own.
You hear the weird squeak as he evades you, and he just stumbling along in his robe that is sort of shadowy. And you begin to hear, in addition to Isla's faint music, there are some really discordant bell sounds as well.
Isla will subconsciously turn down her music so she can better hear the bells.
And they sound like... Oh, have you ever heard somebody playing a detuned xylophone or a detuned glockenspiel?
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah. Where there's a dent in the metal keys and they don't ring true, and they sound, every note is just a little bit off, and it's just enough off to be jarring.
That literally makes my skin crawl, just the thought of that.
Now,
Right.
now, I really feel like this guy might need killing.
No, we have to talk to him first, Drift.
What if we talk to him while?
That, I don't think we'll get the answers we want.
All right. So what?
Wait, can I use a bonus action real quick?
You could use a bonus action too. Everybody can, because you used your action to dash.
I have a bonus I can use help as a bonus action 2 times per long rest, and then I can also choose one of the following options to use. So I'm going to give the goblin 1d6 plus 2 temp hit points.
Oh, okay. All right.
Nice.
Well, I guess I'll just like throw some of the stuff that I've gathered and throw them to her. It's extra healing. hospitality.
Excellent, excellent. So Lythan comes up and makes a gesture, and there's just a little bit of extra healing, a little bit of extra vitality in the air that settles on you.
Temp HP. Lowest roll.
How much roll? How much HP?
3 temp.
Okay.
3 temporary, yeah.
All right. Who gets it?
The Gala.
Oh, okay.
Jade.
Jade, you get it. Okay, it settles on your shoulder like glitter.
Oh, thanks. And I'm going to try to reach up and smack her on her ass and give her bardic.
Give who bardic inspiration? Lythan?
Yes.
Okay, Lythan, you have bardic inspiration. As I'm turning over a DM card and saying that very definitely this is a signifier for combat because, my God, 4 of you, 4 souls.
Oh, and they are all through our heads. We are going to die.
So let's go ahead and roll initiative, please.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, Lythan was returning the favor for the pickle.
Ooh, I got a nat 20 plus 1, 21.
Okay,
I got a
21.
5. I don't think my
Okay.
rolling's working for the Discord.
I don't think so either.
Let me see.
After I
wait,
put in the
Drift,
code, I
you're-
also have to turn on the switch.
No, Drift, you are working. You're just in the instant sandbox channel. If you go all the way down to buy the cards, it'll
Oh.
show up there.
How?
Right.
I don't even remember how to set it up.
You need the secret key, and I can roll you a new key if you want.
So on your
You can
sheet.
just continue to roll in Sandbox, and we'll not worry about it today.
Okay, yeah.
I'm
We'll
rolling
worry
an
about it
end
later.
of an age, but I got
Okay.
a 12.
All right, so we have 21, 12, 9, and 8, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and Liza is Lythan?
Yeah.
Okay. 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 So let me roll for my creature critter thingy or whatever it is.
I'm a fucking bard. This is gonna be rough, bro.
Dude, I love bards.
Okay.
It's been a while for you, right? Or
Yeah.
are you barred somewhere else?
No.
I love
that
bards.
one. I've
like-
got spells like Zone of Truth, Healing Word, Distort Value. I'm not made for this.
I just really like going against the whole like horny bard trope. Like my first bard was the equivalent of if I like you, I'm gonna punch you in the face and pull your hair.
Wallows
Nice.
and Monster and
And then we know Geico.
Thea and DM and anything that can get over there.
Ah.
Ha, 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 ha.
Ha ha. No, I just loved. Oh, layer of eggs, kill me now. I am so itchy. I am dying.
Yeah, Geico is, while I'm preparing for this little thing, because I have to get some stats here, guys, tell them about who Geico is, what happened last session with her. With
Oh
him.
my god. So Geico is a lizard folk, and he was shedding. And I had to roll to see if the shedding like went well, like, you know, one clean thing or large patches, and I rolled a nat 1.
Oh no.
So
So
they're little
like,
patches.
it was just like the fucking itchy skin that kind of flakes off. Somehow, I don't know how this happened, but convinced Steven's character, who is a turtle, to rub my belly while I scratched my back on the ground. And then Gala and Dog's characters moved Earth, surrounded me in it, and made it vibrate, kind of just to exfoliate me. And then I became Spa Daddy, aka Spatty.
Spa Daddy.
Spot.
Actually sounds kind of nice.
Well, and then I spent like the next 10 minutes asking everyone in the camp, would you like me to be your daddy?
You need a new daddy.
And then we almost killed a what is Dermot? A gremlin? Goblin?
He's a goblin.
Yeah, we almost killed him because
Dermot.
they miscalculated the size of the earth being moved, so that we tried to give him the same spot treatment. And I told him to close all of his orifices, and he didn't, so he half suffocated.
Because he's claustrophobic and started screaming.
And as Spa Daddy, I made it very clear that we are not at liability because I told you to close your orifices.
Did you get him to sign the form though?
There is no form. We haven't officially set up a spa yet.
We need an attorney.
I am only a daddy, not an attorney.
Dude, what's my attorney's name?
I can't remember. I just remember the character.
Jacques.
Yeah, Jacques.
Jacques.
Immediately afterwards, Queequeg looked at all parties involved, just going back and forth,
Nope.
and just wandered off in his forest, muttering, saying nope.
Yeah, he said no for a good 20 minutes.
He
Every time that we went back to him,
out.
he was still noping. I loved it.
That's good instincts.
Legend has it that he is still noping.
All right. So this creature spins on its heel, and you see the image that you see in front of you as it prepares to take you on. And out of from underneath the hood comes a sibilant. Oh dear.
We do. Hello.
Why do you stop me?
Well, to be fair, you started running. We were just trying to have a conversation with you, and then it turned into a whole thing.
Also, you just seem like a real creepy little dude.
Don't be rude.
You
That's
asked
right, though.
my master.
Your master? You have to speak up.
And he just hisses.
Huh.
And with that, Isla, you have the first initiative as he prepares to take a blow and take a strike at you.
Cool beans. How close did we manage to get to him?
About 10 to 15 feet.
Okay. So starting about 5 feet in front of him, I would like to cast Entangle.
All right.
And he will have to make a strength saving throw of 14 or higher.
Okay. I gotta say, I really enjoy this improvisational D&D.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
That is nat 20. I think that he just hops right over the top of it.
Oh, shit.
Anybody who wishes to may roll perception.
I'm a roll perception. Nope, I got a 7.
I also got a 7.
Oh, but as my bonus action, I still have 2 magic stones left, so I'm gonna throw one at him. right.
Okay.
Like I'm aiming for his forehead.
All right.
14.
Yeah, that hits. That hits.
Yes. Okay, so damage is 10.
Oh, wait a second. No, 14 doesn't hit. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Nope, never mind.
It almost hits, but not quite. 22. All right. What about your character, Galada? Were you rolling perception?
I did. I got a 6.
Okay.
She's
Lyden,
looking
you
through her fucking spell book.
see as this creature hops over the vines on the floor and narrowly escapes the rock that Isla flings at its head. You see underneath the edges of its robe, clawed, talon-like feet, and the tips of wings.
Oh my god. It's an owl.
But only you see it. Nobody else does.
Did Lythen say that, or did you?
Lyden would have said that.
An owl?
I mean, it's
Alright.
5 foot tall, at least.
All right, who's up? I think I got something when it's my turn.
Okay, Jade's up.
I'm up. Okay, so the first thing I think that I am going to do is I am going to, okay, yep. Okay, so, it's only this creature, right?
Mm-hmm.
I
So far.
am going to, I'm going to take out this little vial on my side, and, I'm going to drop a little bit of it in my hand, and it's blood, and I'm going to swirl it around, and then I'm going to take my dagger and then give it a little poke and cast Bane.
Bane, okay.
That's a D4 charisma saving throw of 14.
Okay.
And I think I'm in the wrong card game.
You're an After Dark. Yep.
Yeah.
We're all rolling in different channels.
And I'm not rolling in any.
I'm not worried about it. Yeah, it's got a 2. It rolled 2, so it is Bane.
Yes.
Sweet. And then
I'm not worried about it. We're improvising today.
And then for a bonus action, I am going to hide.
Okay, so bonus action hide. So you cast Bane, and then bonus action hide, and with that, it is the creature's turn. As it turns, and who is closest to it? Isla, you said you had moved up to within about 5 feet of it?
No, I stayed in my spot. I had just cast Entanglement like 5 feet in front of it, and then
All right.
around
What'd you
it.
say?
But so yeah, I guess I still would be, because if it jumped out, I'm the closest.
Okay. So it's going to attempt its attack on you. At least the first one of these attacks.
Oh boy.
Let's see here. Does a 19 hit?
Absolutely.
Oh, but it has to de-roll or re-roll, or not re-roll, but roll a d4 and subtract that.
Okay.
Ah.
Yeah.
No matter
yeah.
what, no matter what, it's going to hit, even if you hit,
Okay.
even if you get 4.
But I did 15 hits. Okay.
Yep.
You take 4 points of slashing damage,
All right.
and I need you to roll a con save.
Ow. That was my butt. Nat 1 plus 2 for 3.
You
Is that enough?
you are paralyzed
Oh, good.
as this creature's clawed. It's not even a hand. It's it's just an extremity. Reaches out and rakes down your arm, and you feel numbness suffuse your body, and tingling is sort of radiating up your arm. Your arm goes numb first, and then your shoulder, and then across your chest, and you feel it sort of radiating throughout your entire body, and your mind is racing, but you cannot move.
And I can't speak. Awesome.
And it's going to go ahead and take its second attack.
Just to be clear, if it's attacking her again, it gets. If I have to make a strength or dexterity saving throw, I will automatically fail, and you have advantage.
Right. It's not attacking you. It's going to go ahead and reach out and attack Drift.
Alright.
for 15, and I don't think 15 hits.
13 is my AC. I haven't.
Oh.
I'm allowed to wear much better armor, but we haven't come across
You just-
any. But
you just
did you
said
roll the
13.
you roll the bane?
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and roll the bane real quick, like.
Whammy, no whammy, stop.
Yeah, for a total of 11. It does not hit. It
Nice.
swings lightly at you and barely misses. As we come to your turn, Drift.
All right, so I want to kind of circle around to the other side of that entangle that Isla made, and I'm going to cast Lightning Lure to try to pull this bugger into it. So it's a
Okay.
DC 14 strength save.
All right. And then I have to roll Bane.
That bane is clutch right now, isn't it?
Right.
So 13, it fails.
All right, so it gets pulled 10 feet straight towards me, and it takes D8 lightning damage.
Okay.
And
Roll the
it's
damage.
in the tall grass.
There's a 4 damage, and yeah, I don't know if moving through that entangle area does anything.
It keeps it from moving. I think Entangle prevents it from moving. Tippy, your spell.
Oh, sorry, what?
Entangle, what does it do?
Ba-ba-doop, doop, 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 doop. It.
Oh, damn. Look at
La
fucking
la la
Jane.
la. Creature in the
Jane's already
area
done.
must succeed on a strength saving throw of 14.
Yeah, it failed to save. It's now entangled, and that's going to last for up to a minute. However, with your paralysis, I'm going to have to force you to roll a concentration save next turn to keep it up.
That's fair.
Okay? Thank you, Dane. All right, Drift, you still have your bonus action?
I don't think I have anything I can do with it. I'll take a step back though, so I'm not right next to it.
Yes, that's what I said. You're right. Lythan, you're up.
Very cool. Am I within 30 feet?
Oh, yeah,
remember I
you're
dashed
within-
last time.
You're within about 10 feet of it.
Sweet. And I don't think I'd get entangled, would I?
No, not necessarily.
Right.
Not unless you stepped into the mess of weeds on the ground, which you can clearly see and avoid.
So I think I remember you saying something like I have money but no weapon at this point, and I'm kind of fine with that.
You do have a weapon. You have your standard weapon. You don't have anything beyond a standard weapon.
Okay, so
Make your standard weapon
what if I
choice.
with my class? Okay, got it. All right, yeah. Then in that case, she's just going to run up, bonus action, rage, and swing the great axe.
All right. Swing.
There's a rage button around here, but I think I'm just gonna roll because I didn't even equip my axe. Okay, there it
Yeah,
is.
you can just roll and then add it afterwards.
Yeah. 15 hit.
Yeah, 15 hits.
Nice for. Oh wait, same button. Whoops. 9, and then because of the zealot that I didn't, because D&D Beyond is weird. It's a D6 plus something. I think it's my wait.
Yeah, it's your half your barbarian level, and you're level 3, so it's 2. D6 plus 2.
Wait, there's something. Yeah, let's just deal with that in the comments, or in the what is it called, in the chat later.
In the
But
comments section.
in the comments section, because I have to find it.
Yeah, so just roll a D6 and then we'll add plus 2 to it.
Okay, cool.
Ooh, so an additional 8 points, and I think that's radiant damage, right?
Or necrotic.
Radiant or necrotic, your choice.
Radiant.
Okay. All right, so out of the crowd, Lythan steps with this huge axe, steps forward in rages, and as she does, she seems to glow. Her fingertips glow, the tips of her hair glows, her ears glows, even her eyes glow. She swings the axe, it collides with this creature that reels back in pain and shocked agony as she does as much damage as you would expect her axe to do, and then again that much of terrible, horrible light from above,
Nice.
permeating the area where the axe hits.
All right.
Oh, great description. Thanks.
I see you, Lythan. I see you.
All right, and with that, we are back up at the top of our initiative. Isla, it is your turn.
So I just need to roll a what save to see if I can maintain the entanglement.
That is a wisdom save.
Do. Dirty 20.
Yeah, you maintain it easily.
I can't do anything else.
Yes, you can. The entanglement's already cast. It's not an action to hold it.
No, but I'm still
You can check-
paralyzed.
Yeah.
Oh, right, until the end of the creature's turn. That's right. Okay, you're done. Yeah. Thank you very much for reminding me. Jade, go ahead.
So, you'll see Jade kind of step out, and she's gonna put her hand over her mouth, and she's going to cast Dissident Whispers.
All right.
To do that, it's a wisdom of 14.
Okay, what are you doing to cast it?
I am. So she's got her hand over her mouth, and she's like, "Your master's a bitch."
And it reels backwards. It hit. You hit.
So for
It's
13
an odd.
hits,
It's an odd. For how much damage?
13.
13. What kind of damage is that? Psychic?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she's gonna do it one more time, but it's gonna be super loud, and it's just Fury of the Small.
Okay.
I'm gonna step out and just evil eye her. And then for bonus action,
So how much is your Fury of the Small for?
3 points.
All right.
I would like to healing word Isla
Okay.
for 12 hit points.
Ooh. Perfect.
And then
All right. Does healing word lift a condition?
healing
I don't
word.
think it does.
I don't think
Creature
so.
that regains hit points. But because I passed it, no, just healing.
Okay. All right. So with that, you have done quite a bit of psychic damage to this creature who's looking shaken, bleeding from the axe wound, looking shaken, kind of reeling, standing there tangled up in the vines as you pass by your friend and whisper into her ear, and she's still paralyzed. She's still standing there in her odd, sort of half walking, half not stance, but she begins to look healthier, just better overall. As it is now the cultist's turn. So, Drift, you are closest to it. No, sorry, Lysan, you are closest to it, right?
Yeah.
All right, so it's going to attempt its attack on you. Uh, 23 to hit. That is
It does.
That hits, okay.
Yes.
Okay, and that is slashing damage. Do you take half damage from that?
Correct.
Okay, so it does 3 points of damage, but I do need you to roll that Constitution save, please. Yeah, you
19.
passed, no problem. The paralysis does not set in. It's frustrated at the lack of damage it does. It's going to attempt to attack you again.
Can you repeat that last part?
I said it's frustrated at the lack of damage it did, and so it's going to attempt to attack you again. The poison effect from its claws does not set in.
Okay.
And this is a bite attack, and that fails. So it hisses in its annoyance, pain, and anger, and it is done. And it is now your turn, Drift.
It's Drift's turn.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, let's see. How about poison spray? I'll try that. So DC 14 con save.
Okay.
I think he kind of like puffs out his neck and like opens his mouth and spits like Jurassic Park dinosaur style.
And you hit, and your spittle leaves your mouth, and the hood prevents it from entering his eyes and face like you were aiming for. But that axe gash is open and bleeding, and some of your poison lands in it, and it is poisoned.
So six damage from that.
All right. So that's a Dilophosaurus. Does it need to roll a poison roll?
No, it's only damage. It doesn't do a condition on the spell.
It should.
Yeah, that makes. I mean, it's only a cantrip.
Yeah, right. So yeah, a Dilophosaurus effect, and you spit poison at it, and that's your action.
Yep, that's it.
You still have your bonus action.
Yeah, my only bonus actions are like higher level spells. I'm trying to save for this thing's mom.
Do you have bonus action in second hand attack or second hand?
No.
Weapon fighting?
Nope, nothing like that.
Not yet, huh? Okay.
Nope.
All right. So with that, Lythan, we are up.
I guess still screaming and swinging.
All right. I love barbarians. I'm going to scream at it and swing.
God, I love it.
Well, 24 to hit.
24 hits.
Yay!
Oh, nice.
Oh my god, yeah. 18.
Thanks.
And you got your
And
rage
then-
damage there too.
Very nice.
Yes. And do I also add the zealot one, right?
Roll a d4
Okay.
plus 2 for your zealot, because that d2, that 2 is I think takes off the d6. Wouldn't you say?
I'd rather have the. Oh,
Shit.
I don't know what you meant, but I think I think a +2 or D4 +2 is better than D6 statistically.
All right. All right. There we go. Isla, you're up.
And I'm
And
not
this creature that
paralyzed
you want,
anymore.
you're not paralyzed anymore. As of the last of this creature's turn, the end of this creature's turn, the paralysis wears off slowly. So you're feeling come back into your limbs, your fingertips, your arms and legs a little bit. As you kind of twist your face and move your mouth around, it feels like you're waking up from the dentist's office. You realize that this thing, that last blow from Lythan was nasty. Just nasty. And knocked this thing down to its knees, tangled up in the roots. It's bleeding out, and you can clearly see that the face that this thing has is very much reptilian, almost draconic. And under its robes, it has pale white wings. But it is looking really rough.
And like just talking is a free action, right?
Talking's a free action.
If you tap out now, we'll stop trying to kill you. Really, all we wanted to do is talk, I swear.
What?
Oh,
Why?
you're gonna do you want to talk?
What do you want?
Well,
No!
no.
No, it's saying to know. What do you want to know?
Oh, well, we wanted to know where you were going and why you were going there, and if it had anything to do with the undead.
You always attack people who are just going about their business.
I didn't want to. You're the one who ran, and then running makes you look guilty.
Is it illegal to run?
No, but when you make eye contact and then sprint away, it kind of makes it look like you're doing something illegal.
Are you the guards?
No, we were just going for a picnic.
Always assault people on your picnics.
No, that was Drift's idea.
Now, in our defense, though, you got a real creepy thing going on. Just your whole overall thing.
And he lets out a scream of rage, and you see that he's just about bleeding out. I mean, this guy is on his last legs. So
Okay, so he's pretty close to me. He's what, like within 10, 15 feet?
Yep, ensnared in your vines.
Okay, I'm gonna... Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy.
Give him a berry.
A berry won't do much, I'm afraid. I'm gonna cast Healing Spirit because it won't get entangled. I'm gonna cast it right next to him, and he will get 1d6 healing. Oh god, he gets 1 healing. I should have fucking done good berry.
All right, so you cast
toss him a berry.
Healing Spirit. That's the unicorn totem.
Is it a unicorn?
Okay.
Are you a shepherd?
That's something different.
It's a nature spirit to soothe the wounded.
Okay.
It's just a spell. It's not a class thing like the unicorn.
Okay. All right. So you're standing there, and your hands move, and a moth comes away from your hands and flutters around its head. And you see not healing and not ease, but maybe a slight lessening of the pain wrinkles that are crossing its face. It's very hard to tell. It has a very strange face. But you think that it might be feeling just a little bit better. As this ghostly hawk's head moth does your bidding.
Alright, look, so I did the thing, and I hope you feel a little bit better. Do you want to have a conversation?
Free me.
I don't think that's a great idea, honestly.
And what do you wish to know?
Where are the undead coming from, and where can we find them?
They serve my master.
You said that before. Who's your master?
She who serves the whispered lord.
This is gonna sound weird. Does she have a skull for a head?
You know my master.
And I was gonna look at Drift, like, with 2 thumbs up, like, oh, we're getting somewhere.
Drift's just clearing his throat like he's getting ready to cough up some more poison.
Oh god. No, wait, no, just swallow that for now.
Oh, you're not done talking to this guy?
Well, no, they're giving us answers. We should talk to them, correct?
Okay.
I've got my bow levied at him.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I think it's quite
Him
obvious.
Griffs?
My friends want to kill you. I would like to just be, not friends necessarily, but cooperative.
Okay. Well, your action was to heal them for 1 point. Are you taking any bonus action?
Okay, this is weird. Blah, blah. So it looks like I have Healing Spirit as both an action and a bonus action. Can I do it again?
I'm going to say if it's listed on your sheet in D&D Beyond as an action and a bonus action, but yeah, sure.
Okay.
I mean, I'm here for this. If it's available to you, do it.
Another 3 healing points.
All right. So your moth keeps circling around the face of this creature, and slowly, it's almost like pollen dusting from its wings, or moth scales dusting from its wings. It doesn't do a whole lot, but you feel like maybe it's improving just at least a little bit. As I'm going to tell you that you can ask one more question, and then we have reached the end of your time for your turn, because in combat, turns have the times.
Okay, hold on 1 second. There's a helicopter. Go away.
What did you do, Dippy?
I mean, there's no telling, honestly.
What did
there
you
was
get caught doing?
There was night reading.
They're just surveying the area to make sure I'm behaving.
You're not.
I am. Okay. I can't even argue with that. Anyway.
Yeah, neighborhood Dippy watch.
Yeah. Okay. So Isla's gonna kind of like look around at her companions, like, question? Which way to your master?
We have the temple to the north. And at that, it's going to hiss and use its reaction to attempt to lash out at
How rude.
you. Let's see here. Yeah, it's a bite attack. It gets vicious reprisals for reactions. Oh yeah, that would be the neighborhood Dippy watch too.
Silvery barbs, Wilde?
Damn, yeah, that hits.
Okay, so silvery barbs.
Yeah, reroll. Use the lower.
Oh, thank God.
I love bards.
Me too.
14 to hit.
And Bane.
Yeah, that. Oh,
And then Bane.
Oh, come on. Roll the 4. Roll the 4. Fuck yes!
Oh,
Yes!
okay. As you see Jade, this creature attempting to basically eat your friend. And failing. It is your turn.
I am going to do the crossbow at it. I'm walking towards it. Fuck me. So then, since that didn't work, I'm gonna run up and use bonus action 2-weapon fighting. So I just throw my crossbow down and grab out my rapier. And fucking miss again.
Raven, please.
Oh my God.
Bogey, come here.
I'm just gonna look at it and just fucking flip him off. Fucking dick.
Well, you still have your bonus action.
I do that. No, that was the bonus action dagger or rapier.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. All right. So yeah, you look at it, flip it off, and it hisses back at you, and it's going to make an attempt to attack you.
Goodness.
Come on, magic feet.
As it bites out at you for a 9 and fails.
You can't fuck with the short people.
And it flails around. It's going to once again attempt to attack you, Lythan, because you caused it so much pain.
I'm just going to go ahead and say silvery barbs again.
Yeah.
That's my reaction for this turn.
Uh, 10 misses. So that silvery barb comes in clutch.
Nice.
I can see why DMs prohibit that shit.
Right?
Right? And
yeah, that'll be the new
with-
spell components. Not today.
right? Cryptid, you're up.
All right. I'm annoyed at this thing now, so I am going to Hexblade curse it as a bonus action, and then just walk up and booming blade smack it with a quarterstaff.
All right.
I think I rolled wrong. Oh, here we go. So I got a okay. So I rolled a nat 20 to hit. So that is, let's see. I'm not used to D&D Beyond. Let me get the right number here.
I'll tell you what. If you roll above 4 damage, you can just tell me how you want to do this.
Okay. So it's 19 damage plus the extra necrotic from the Hexblade's curse.
Fucking hell.
So
Holy shit.
Yeah.
yeah,
Please
I think
tell me
he just
what
like
the Booming Blade does to this thing.
he just like way overdone. You know, like you're trying to smash something and you just swing way too hard, and it's even kind of embarrassing. Like it just like yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's gross and it's a little embarrassing just how
Right.
much overkill there is.
I mean, you swing your staff, and it impacts this thing like a smashing watermelon at a Gallagher concert, and its head goes flying off and rolling down the street, and you see this thing just sort of explode in a welter of blood and guts and gore and broken bones on the pavement in front of you.
Oh.
Well, all right then.
So now we go to the temple?
I need you to roll perception for me, please, Drift.
Yeah,
Jesus.
that is a 9.
Ah, you don't see it.
Nothing
Okay.
happens.
Can I
Nothing
help? Can I help?
Yes, you may. Help action
With
needs
the
advantage.
bardic?
Oh, yeah, and you do have Bardic.
So roll it again.
If you want to, it's up to you.
All right. That is a 17.
Hey.
All right. You see, I mean, as you're looking down at this corpse, there's kind of think, yeah, well, that was that. Kind of wanted to kill something, did kill something.
Oh my
You
God.
see, leaving the corpse, a silvery, shadowy, spectral shape. Sort of like a ghost of a skeleton floating up into the air.
Okay, I am going to, as a bonus action, I want to move my Hexblade's curse onto this thing, and then I want to attack it.
All right.
So that is 15 to hit.
Yeah, you move the hex over and you basically beat the air with your staff. And roll the damage, please.
All right, let me see. So 13 bludgeoning from the quarterstaff. I got 2 thunder damage from the booming blade, and then let me roll the curse. Wait, I'm wrong. I was reading the wrong thing. So no extra damage from the curse.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Lush. Satiated.
Oh, did I kill the ghosts too?
Yeah, you dissipated the ghost that was trying to manifest. As you realize, looking at this creature, there is very definitely a strange sigil on its body. An eye looking out from its clothing on an amulet, bells hanging around its torso, and withered hand emblazoned on the tabard. Anybody wants to make a religion check may do so.
I want to do it.
Griff's utter lack of curiosity strikes again. He's just not that interested. It's a weird thing with some weird armor.
I fucking love Drift. I love Drift.
15.
All right. Anybody else?
14.
Okay. Lythan, are you making a religion check, or are you just letting it go by? You too mad to think about it.
I'll roll.
All right. So with a 15, Isla, you have heard of something called the Whispered One and the Withered Hand. A lord, the ghost of a lord, the shadow of a lord, possibly. A wizard that refused to die. And is now sort of a patron saint or demigod even of the undead.
So I know we're on a really good high after winning, but I do have some. I feel like it's bad news, and I'm sorry for delivering it. That I'm pretty sure is like a sort of god sort of thing of the undead, and I don't think that's a good. We should probably go to the temple.
Right? So you have killed a servant of whoever this person is that served the Whispered One. And Joe, you
I'm not
said
hearing
you
the
needed,
bad news.
right? Joe, you said you needed to take a break at 3.
I can put it off a little bit. How much longer do you think we're gonna go?
I don't know. How long was your break going to be? Do you know?
Like 20
Right.
minutes, 30 minutes.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and take the break and let me take a few minutes break, and then we can go for like an hour after that and be done. Does that work?
Yeah, it works for me.
All right. So back here at about what, 2:15 or 3:15 or so, folks?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right, I'm
All
going
right.
in a hurry.
All right. Not bad for on the fly. Hey.
Hey.
This is the perfect game for on the fly.
This is so good.
All right.
What do you think, Dank? You're new.
It's fun. This is a really good idea. I don't know how it works, but I like it.
It just
It works by the cards, man.
It just somehow it just works. It's a weird combination of these really fantastic cards, my imagination, and D&D, and it just somehow just works.
That's so cool.
Oh, I love it.
And we don't really know why it does, but so far every by the card session we have played has very much worked with a capital W.
And it's crazy too, because like every by the card session, it's like if if one person hadn't been there, the entire interpretation of the cards would have been different.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. And it's very, very random. It's very serendipity based. But I'm okay with that. I kind of like that storytelling, and it also really works because so far we've only played by the cards with players that are good at adapting and good at accepting what the DM says and going yes and instead of getting upset and uptight about rules.
Yes.
Right.
That is true. I feel like if you had even one rules lawyer, it would not work.
It would not work. Yeah. What's that? No, I'm going to go use the restroom. All right, guys, I will be right back.
Okay.
I'm going to mute myself, but I'll be right back.
You pooping?
Yeah, I'm gonna mute too for a bit.
So it's just like silence music. Oh, even the music left. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, I have to turn. Unfortunately, I have to turn Fredboat down quite a bit simply because if there is even one copyrighted song that plays my YouTube
Channel would explode.
God, it sends me like nonstop emails about copyright infringement, and I'm like,
Oh shoot.
well, because
Yeah.
the way YouTube specifically works is they give you an option. If you use copyrighted music, either you don't upload the video, or it will mute the part of the video that has the music, which
Oh no.
kind of defeats the purpose of recording the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, with me,
Which is
Dippy.
which is why Galabot is going to be amazing because Alex is only loading it with uncopyrighted music.
Nice. I only use the Michael Gelfi. And I spoke with them directly, and they said that as long as you're not making any money off of it, it's fine. And if you do make money off of it, they would like some of your money.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Oh.
Yeah. So I have them also posted in the on the when I post it, I make sure that it has his name on it.
Are you posting on YouTube
Okay.
or just Twitch?
Just Twitch.
Yeah, Twitch has some their rules about copyrighted music are definitely more lenient than YouTube.
Yeah. But I made sure that with them, because I said that I stream here, but we also have someone else that plays with us that streams elsewhere or on YouTube. And they were like, yeah, that's fine. Just as long as, if you make money off it, you can send them money. If you don't make money off of it, you're good. So, and I believe that Alex said he was going to use the Michael Gelfi.
Yeah, I think you sent him that guy, and that he's been essentially. I'm not going to say it out loud. He's been doing it in a way that is good.
He's doing it.
He's doing
Okay,
it.
I'll be back in a bit.
Okay.
into an argument. I ran out of his house, realized he was chasing me, so I ran and got in my vehicle and locked the door, and he was sitting there yelling, and he
inside a bathroom like he heard his other brother crying inside a bathroom when he was killed.
Dr. Phil, my grandson Aiden was upstairs on the computer playing his games. I had been outside and had Lincoln with me, and he took off. And of course, I had a system that I used.
I don't
Dr.
care
James
if he set the
Dobson.
neighbor's house on fire. You don't. Come on.
And
come on.
And I explained this to her.
Apparently not very well.
I know I did. No, I did, because this all happened when we were moving.
Dr. Bill, you have to go back into history from the beginning of their relationship and understand my role. And you talk about the parenting skills, because there were many times that Zach was an absentee father because he was in rehab or he was in drug use, and Spring had to have support and help. So I always stood in the gap.
I think extended family is very important, and I'm very glad that you've been there for Spring. I really am. I'm glad you've been there for the children. I'm glad you've been there for Spring. But you've got to be open to some coaching here. And you said he's been gone a lot. This brings me to a third point of your videotape that I wholeheartedly disagree with. You said he says it's a disease, and so he leans on that and hides behind it. It is a disease.
I understand.
Well, there are two children that hang in the balance here that really deserve the best shot they can possibly get. We're going to talk about all that when we come back.
I have a lot of trust issues with Zach, mainly because of his latest relapse has been the worst relapse. 3 weeks ago, we got into an argument. I ran out of his house, realized he was chasing me, so I ran and got in my vehicle and locked the door, and he was sitting there yelling, and he was like trying to pull the glass down, and it scared Aiden. Aiden said, "Mom, I'm calling the cops."
I was yelling at her and I was getting loud. Well, then the police came in and put me in handcuffs. This time around, she's really kicking me while I'm down. Right now, I'm in despair because the person that I just love more than anything, I feel like is turning her back on me and betraying me.
So how do you two get along on a day-to-day basis now? You're not living together, but you are in contact, right? You do talk?
Vaguely. You know, after going through what we have, I mean, a person can only take so much. And, you know, for me, like dealing with daily life and being a mom and working and trying to hold it all together, you know, I didn't want the separation. I begged and pleaded with him. I'm like, you know, can we please just really try harder, like working together? But I myself have to have peace and sanity. If I don't have that, I have nothing. I cannot be the mother that I need to be if I'm constantly living in chaos.
Are you ready to quit?
I have been this past month. That's why I haven't been in contact with him.
How about you?
Yeah. Am I ready to quit? Of course not. This has been hard. You know, I took too long to try to get sober. I'm ready to get sober now.
13 years dealing with all of the package of the addiction and the disease is what Spring has had to deal with. I call Zach my son-in-law for a reason. He is not my son-in-law. He is my son-in-love. Because they got married in a church and took vows, but they are not legally married.
Well, that's a mistake. But I will tell you, I've had 9 years of sobriety in the past 12. So it hasn't been 12 years of just chaotic. You know, I've had I have really...
It's just hard because it's like our life, I mean, Zach is an amazing person. I love him. Our life can be so wonderful. But then in the split second of him, I mean, he can either be on the top of a mountain or in the bottom of a gutter. And I mean, the instability for me, I'm tired of.
I'm going to excuse you in a minute, put you in the front row of the audience so I can talk to them as a couple, but I want to be sure I get your point first. And what was your point?
My point about the commitment, the reason they haven't gotten married is because every time they had planned plans, Zach would go on a binge.
We haven't planned a wedding in
And
6 years. We kind of gave up
Spring
on it.
would have everything in place. And then she would have to revert back because of Zach's actions. I gave Aiden a very simple example before we came here. He was about to pour a glass of tea from a half-gallon jug. I said, Aiden, wait just 1 minute. When you crack the seal on the jar, pour the tea, and drink it, you have just made a choice to open the tea and drink it. If you thought for 1 minute that tea in that glass was going to poison you, was going to kill you, would you make the same choice? And he said, no, Noni. And my point is, every time he makes a choice to do drugs, every time he goes on a binge, he's given away 3 cars. His mom was his enabler, and she paid off the attorney. She paid off the cars. She always patted him on the back and said, son, we're going to do better next time. But if he makes those choices, and he is consistently like a yo-yo going through life, and it's okay, and everybody has to forgive him. That's wrong, Dr. Phil, and my daughter can't live with that, and neither should my grandsons have to live with that.
Okay, thanks for clearing that up.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Zach and Spring say they want to know how their family can heal from something so tragic and become whole again. Well, I'm going to tell them what I think next, and I'm going to be very specific. We'll be right back.
Mason Reinhardt's father said the whole world stopped when he got a call from Mason's older brother that day. The 8-year-old was at the house too and heard his brother screaming from behind the bathroom door.
Aiden wrote a letter to his grandmother that was read to her the day of her prosecution. In his letter, he told her that he did not forgive her and that he was angry for what she had done.
I do not love you and I do not forgive you.
The prosecutor read a letter that he wrote aloud.
That was the worst day of my life.
He said he hated her for taking his best friend.
Do you feel like you've had a full opportunity to grieve the loss of your son since it's happened?
No, not at all. No. I lost my mom too, and I couldn't dare talk to anybody about that.
Right.
You know, I had to just throw that in the back of my mind.
Only child. Father's gone early. It's just you and your mother. Then you lose her for this heinous act. You lose your son. And now your marriage is on the rocks. But when that happens, you kind of say, well, okay, I got to man up here and do what I got to do and take care of people. But you don't take care of yourself. And so then you start self-medicating just to try to get from one day to the next, and then that runs away with you. And here we are now. And listen, I'm not one to make excuses for people, but I do understand cause and effect relationships. And I think there are a lot of causes that have created effects in your life. And, you know, I've listened very carefully to what you've said about the mother that raised you. And I am frankly very impressed that you have turned out as well as you have, being raised by a mother that you have. You seem very well socialized. You seem to have a sense of where you want to be absent the idea of how to get there, you still have an idea of where you want to be. You guys have asked if I would speak to your son, and I would like very much to go speak to him. I don't want to bring him out here, and you guys can watch that. Okay. So if I have y'all's permission, I would like to go back and talk to him for a minute, and then come back out and tell you guys exactly what I think needs to happen here. Okay. Fair enough?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, I'm going to be back there talking to Aiden, then I'm going to come back out here and have a plan for this couple. We'll be right back. Since the death of his brother, Zach and Spring say their 13-year-old son Aiden's behavior has changed. Zach and Spring asked me to speak to their son, but before I talk to Aiden, let's hear what.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Yo.
Hey. So how are you liking it? How you doing? Was it easy to slip back in?
You know, so I've never played a warlock before, and this is the first fight we ever actually got into. So it was like right at the end of that, I was like, wait a second, I get my spells back on a short rest. I don't need to save them. But yeah, it was fun. And I don't know. Warlocks can be so just kind of overpowered in combat anyway. I don't want to lean too much into it.
I'm of the like just the way my brain works. Warlocks and sorcerers are just so complicated.
Yeah.
I just don't have the mental patience for that.
Yeah, and I've never done an artificer either. That seems even like another level complicated.
Right? Because that's like spells-ish plus like constructing things, and I am not that kind of person at heart.
Yeah.
Like I can construct a beautiful apple pie, but if I'm in a game, like the steps needed to make that apple pie, I'm just like, nah, fuck it, we're starving.
Yeah, warlocks, there's a lot of steps to building them. Like you pick a patron, and then you pick packs, and then you pick like something I don't even remember.
Right. And I'm like at the core, I am allergic to religion. I cannot pick a patron.
My favorite class to play is always cleric, but it's not the hardest, but it's kind of annoying. You have like a whole list that it's not like it's almost like a wizard book, but you get all of them at once. So choosing spells is always so hard for me. It's just the same spells, and I'm just like, oh man, I know that which one outweighs which one, but how do I want to build this guy? Takes me days.
Sure.
Take spells.
You have to have a pretty healthy concept of like what you're about to walk into in order to pick spells for a cleric.
And they can also change spells at a long rest, so you're also doing that like mid-game too. It's not just.
Yeah, druids
Need to purify water today? Huh?
I think druids are the same with their spells, right?
Oh, they are?
Yeah, long rests. I can switch spells if I want to. But I'm also one of those kinds of players who's like, I'm only gonna pick spells that make sense for my character, not necessarily to help anybody.
Right.
The only reason I brought it up is because I always forget that about clerics, that they can switch them up.
I have had one cleric character, and the background for her is that she's from our Earth and our time. She just gets randomly pulled into Faerun every once in a while. So she's like, I literally based her on Nurse Jackie, but in D&D.
Oh, that's so good.
So yeah, she came like the first time I played her, she got yanked into like this weird thing. It's hard to she's a cleric, but she didn't know that she could do magic for like the first half of the campaign. Because for her it was like, I just need my fucking pills, motherfucker. She turned out fine. She's fine now. But it was rough in the beginning.
A steep learning curve.
Oh, deep learning. That was also my first ever like D&D character that I played in a campaign.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I jumped off the deep end real hard. But how are you liking it, Dank?
The D&D return?
No, the cards.
Oh yeah, it's so fun. I like it.
Yeah, my husband joined the After Dark card game, and he was super duper nervous. And I was like, literally, if you don't know what to do, ask the DM to pull a card. that is, if you get lost, ask for a card.
It works incredibly well, doesn't it?
Right?
I don't know why he'd get nervous. He knows we're a bunch of dorks.
He does. He's like me. If it's not his personal tribe, he feels a little uncomfortable. But this do be my tribe, and I'm like, just come join us. One of us.
Hey, Alex is definitely one of us.
I know right. Thank you.
Alex.
Oh, Alexander.
Right? It's not like I'm going to eat him in every campaign.
I'm not gonna lie. Literally, when we were making his character, like after Wilde like drew the cards for him, and we were making his character sheet, he was like, "Gala's in this game," and I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I like Gala." I was like, "Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm glad you do." And he's like, "But I'm scared of her."
I mean, good instincts.
Good instincts.
So the first game he ever played with us was my Night Circus game, and her character legitimately was like, "You're my best friend," but in the character's mind, friend meant food.
Yes, the better the friend, the better the taste.
Yeah, she tried to eat him.
I mean, Flunkin and her would get along just fine. Just saying.
I
mean, actually, he should probably feel honored.
Oh my God, there's Flunkin.
Oh my God,
yes,
that
Flunkin.
voice though.
That is the best Flunkin.
Do you need an allergy pill?
Well, actually.
Well, actually.
Flonkin would walk into a steam room, and his whole like personality would change.
All
he can breathe for the first time in his life. You know.
Yeah, the voice of Thor coming out of this tiny gnome.
It was all congestion. Who would have thought?
Dang. So, I don't know. Did we ever give you the backstory on where the cards came from and originally? Okay.
He's muted.
Oh, he's still talking to Dank. No, I don't think so.
Okay. Are you interested in hearing the backstory of the cards?
Yeah.
All right. So, almost 2 years ago, at this Kickstarter for the Publishing Goblin, and what he did was he contacted his artist friends and had them contribute their favorite tarot card to a deck. And it snowballed, and it snowballed, and it snowballed, and the Kickstarter was backed, I mean, within hours, and backed every single one of its goals, and we wound up with the total deck being 196 cards, all different.
Wow.
There's quite a few duplicates, but they make sense because even though they're duplicate, in other words, it's 2 sixes of swords, for example, they're totally different in images, and the reading on them is slightly different. And I also have a guidebook that gives me the official-ish reading for each one, but the encouragement is to also read and interpret the cards for yourselves. And there's instead of 4 suits, there's 5 suits in this deck. And instead of 22 major arcana, there is a 22 major arcana, and then there is the strange arcana, which is another 20 cards. So it's really weird and really influential, fun deck.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It is. It's really fun.
So it's called the Alleyman's Tarot, and I was happy that I got it.
The only thing I would suggest and urge against is asking for a personal reading with those cards.
Right?
I think Gala, myself, and Alex, all 3 of us made that horrible decision, and after the reading we were like, oh fuck, I just saw parts of my personality that I don't like.
Dippy?
Yeah.
Oh, crap. Put that number up to 4. I did a reading myself.
Oh, did you?
Did you
Yeah,
like
he
it?
did not like his reading. No, he did not.
I drew the cards and did the reading myself. Mom walked me through it. I did it myself.
Yeah, exactly. That is not a card for personal reading. It makes you face shit about yourself that you didn't even know about.
What I love is every single personal reading that I've done with it, even the ones for myself, which I have done, they've not been predictive readings. They're not telling you your future. They're simply 100% letting you see yourself.
Oh yeah, it's a fucking mirror, and it's like that true mirror where a lot of, like, half the people who look into it get nauseous.
Yeah.
I've
All right,
said
so
multiple
You
times,
look
I
into a
love
fake
and
mirror and
fear
be
this
happy.
deck.
All right, so back to our session. Oh, okay. How are we doing? Everybody done with their break?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You are now looking at the truly in front of you on the road. And if anybody wants to, we're still in the city limits, and people are starting to gather around you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go through its pockets. Any good armor, weapons, anything?
All right, so you're going to go ahead and loot the corpse then.
I'm just gonna...
I need you to roll.
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Go ahead, roll perception.
While they're gonna loot the corpse, I'm gonna go a little bit away from them and try to get people's attention. I'm gonna use prestidigitation and do sparkles, like sparklers coming out of my hands with like pew pew.
You'll create a distraction.
Yes.
Okay, and I've pulled 6 cards to find out what you find on the corpse. And wow, these are interesting. Okay, so we're just going to go through them a little bit to a time.
Okay, sorry. I was eating a whole bunch of carrots with ranch, and I'm done now.
All right. So the first is the yokai, 2 of cups. And the second is the 3 of combs.
Are those showing up somewhere and I'm in the wrong channel?
Yeah, they're show. Oh, I'm in the wrong channel myself. I'll transfer them. I was in standby. I'll transfer them. Hang on. My apologies.
I don't like
the right
everybody in a different channel thing.
You like it?
I feel like it fits.
I'll be right back. I think my headset is messing up super hard.
Yeah, I love that your dog look.
What's up? What? Yeah. How many? sorry. Ultimate zombie strategy.
Welcome back.
Sorry, everyone was super staticky, and I knew that it wasn't everyone being super staticky.
Right? And then there's the Seven of Pentacles.
Ugh.
The Performer.
If this thing has some kind of crazy animated umbrella, that screams Jade to me. I don't know.
The Devil.
Man, that first card though, it just screams like, get off my. Oh my god, no. That's not what.
Spider?
No, that's not what it screams. Sorry.
And
it just reminds me of Studio Ghibli.
It does.
Yeah, totally.
Sorry, no, we have the lantern flies, and they're like in full adulthood now, and they don't give a shit about landing on you.
All right. So, as you've searched the body, these are the things you found. And I'm going to say you found a waxed paper umbrella. It's very strange looking. It has some monsters across the bottom edge of it, but it's a perfectly serviceable waxed paper umbrella. Sort of like the Asian, I want to say Japanese style ones that are the bamboo and waxed paper.
Ooh.
Okay. You find a set of 3 small books written in some arcane language. We can determine whether or not somebody speaks the language here in a moment. You
It's
find.
Turkish.
Huh?
You could tell by the turkeys there that it's a Turkish book.
Okay. You find
God.
70 gold. You find a small musical instrument that's seen better years. It's not in very good shape. It's like a lute, but maybe a little bit smaller than a regular lute, and weirdly, it has 3 strings. You find a pentacle on an amulet, and you're not certain whether or not there's any sort of magical significance to it whatsoever. And you find a letter.
Would the books happen to be in Abyssal?
I'll roll perception to determine that. Or roll investigation.
Can I roll 2?
Yes.
I only got a 12.
I got an 8.
All right. All right. You do recognize Abyssal when you see it. These are not in Abyssal.
Are they in celestial, druidic, or dwarvish?
No.
No.
In Fae or Elf?
They are not Sylvan, Fae, or Elven.
Sylvan, that's what I was thinking.
What about goblin?
No, Goblin either.
All right, I'm gonna open the letter.
All right. You open the letter, and it's written in common.
And I'll read it.
My dear Xian, Why have you left your family for so long? Come home, my son. Following a false prophet has never served anyone well. You worship a false god. Come home. Come to us. We can help you.
Was the letter completely unopened? Like he'd never even read it, or they'd never even read it?
No, it had been opened and had been thumbed, and it looks like it might be a little tear stained.
Okay. I don't want to feel bad about the person we just murdered. In fact, Drift also doesn't want to feel bad, so he just kind of drops the letter and walks away.
I'm going
He's just
to
not going to think about it anymore.
Isla has taken the umbrella and she's like twirling it over her head, like, can I keep this? I like it.
Did you open the umbrella?
Yes.
Okay. Roll initiative.
No.
Oh, did we get a mimic umbrella?
Oh no, I got.
Oh, dang.
As you
Fuck.
push your hand up inside the umbrella, and it starts to close on your arm.
Did you like having two hands?
You
This
didn't
umbrella,
need both
I
of
think it's broken. I think it's broken.
Yeah. Hold on.
Next day, you can get rid of it.
Paul can't blame this one on me.
You don't know Paul. I will
know.
point out to you.
But if he were here, he would totally blame it on her.
Okay. So it gets +3 to initiative. Yeah, I think you are all too surprised with it. Yeah, it's very definitely going to attempt to chew on your arm. Let's go ahead and roll its attack here. As a weird sort of bulbous tongue sort of protrudes from the bottom of the umbrella, and it tries to flail at you and grab your arm. 7 does not hit, correct?
No, correct.
All right. So this thing is attempting to sort of engulf your hand, but it has not actually injured you as yet. What are you doing? You have one turn before the others join their initiative.
Oh god. Oh god. I'm going to wild shape.
All right.
Into a wolf.
Okay, so you wild shape into a wolf. This thing is still on your paw. That's your bonus action, right?
Yeah, but like after I wild shape, it's kind of like watching a dog that you put like snow boots on for the first time, and it's just flailing around hysterically.
Of course it is. You still have an action.
Okay, as my action. No, wild shape is my action. So bonus
Okay,
action.
so
Do I have a bonus action?
you still have a bonus action. Isla Wolf is flailing its paws.
Okay, hear me out, because I still had one magic stone left. I'm just gonna spit it at this thing on my paw.
All right, roll to attack.
21.
Yeah, 21 hits.
Okay, that's gonna be 9 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And just.
All right,
a
so
dog with something stuck on its paw, just trying to frantically get it off.
Okay, so Isla, you rolled a what for initiative 6? Okay, so with that, I need everybody else to roll their initiative, please.
I got a 9.
Yeah, I rolled early. 11.
God.
Okay, and Lythan?
I guess you got a 6, yeah.
And just to
Okay.
be clear, this umbrella is still attached to my paw, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. Lord Almighty.
Okay. It is your turn, Jade.
Okay, starting with me. Let's see. Okie dokie. Yeah. Okay, so I pretty much use all of my stuff, and this dude don't have a head. So I am going to shoot my crossbow. Yeah, the intelligence.
I'm going to
hit.
say you have to make not just its AC, but you have to make better than a 15 or you're going to hit your friend.
Okay, I am going to Bardic inspire myself.
There you go.
Haru.
So I got what does that make it? It makes it not hit that creature. So I got a 14.
14. Oh my gosh. Roll damage as you hit Isla.
Oh, fuck.
Yes. Oh, 7 piercing.
Yeah, Isla, you take 7 piercing.
Oh my god.
At least in your wolf shape, you have some new AC or new HP there.
If you lose an arm to this thing, that's gonna be too funny.
My HP for this wolf is 11.
All right, so you take seven piercing and are very definitely bloodied from your friend attempting to help you by shooting you in the ass.
Oh my god.
Jade, and you used Bardic Inspiration as your bonus action, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Drift, you're up. Isla is wounded, yelping.
Alright. I'm gonna hit this thing really hard and hope I don't hit Isla.
Oh my god.
So I'm gonna bonus action, I'm gonna hex it. It's now got disadvantage on strength, and every time I hit, I do an extra 1d6 necrotic damage. And then booming double-handed with the quarterstaff again.
Oh shit.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
And I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Don't run.
Oh, I rolled max damage, but I didn't roll the hit. Let me I'm really bad with D&D Beyond.
No worries.
All right, 17 to hit.
17 hits.
So 8 bludgeoning. Or I'm sorry, no, it's 8 thunder from the booming blade. And then 11 bludgeoning. And then from the hex, I gotta figure out a better way to do this. Only 1 necrotic from the hex.
Okay. All right. And you have your bonus action?
No, the hex was the bonus action, so that's it.
Hex was your bonus action, okay. So you wail on it with the staff, and it makes another thunderous sound that echoes through this little plaza that you're in, similar to the one you used when you beat the shit out of a cultist. And the umbrella looks like it might be broken. At least a few of its ribs are broken. But it's still kind of clinging to Isla's leg.
Alright, I'll just kind of shrug at Lythan. Like, you're up.
Yeah, Lythan, I'm going to say that your rage has not lapsed because it would require an entire turn to have passed. And you guys looted the thing on your turn, and Isla went first, so your rage is still up.
Oh, it's still up. Okay.
Yeah.
Dang.
It lapses at the end of your turn without damage, not the end of the creature.
I'll bonus action. A bonus action help help Dippy's character with my second special fey gift. So that's this time I'm gonna spite the enemy. So the next time, first time, the target of my help action hits a creature with an attack. That creature gets disadvantage. Okay.
Okay. All right. So it now has disadvantage on attacks against Dippy, and you can go ahead and use your action.
Shoot. Okay, I guess I'll just tell Dippy's character not to move, and instead of like, I don't know whether I should swing at it or not.
It's got disadvantage on strength if you want to try to just like grapple it or pull it off or something.
Okay, yeah, I'll try to do that. I'll just try to pry her from it. So I'll drop the axe, and with both hands, I'll just try to separate the leg from the mouth.
Okay, I'm going to say you need to roll an unarmed attack to do that. To successfully pull it off of her, since it does have the adhesive capability.
I was gonna say that could also be like a 2-turn thing.
Oh wait, so that means he's within 5 feet of me, right?
Right.
Oh no, that's just me. Never mind. I read that wrong.
Okay.
Ignore.
So yeah, with a 24, you are able to pull it off of Isla, and it makes sort of a slathering, gnashing of its ribs as it tries to get her feet again.
Oh my god.
Is that entangle area still active? Oh, you did the healing spirit, so that probably is a concentration as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's concentration, yeah. So entangle has lapsed. But you have this in your hands now, Lythan. What are you doing with it?
Oh, just immediately dropping it. I'm probably gonna wait for my next turn to start stomping on it.
Okay. So you kind of drop it sort of in front of you?
Yeah. I guess where my axe is, but yeah, I'll just...
Okay.
As I'm holding it, I'll just drop it. Like, why am I holding this?
And it's going to attempt to bite you, because it's its turn next.
Oh my god.
Because mimic. I'm sorry, Umbrella Mimic had to happen, guys.
They willed it into existence.
No, the card willed it into existence. I was already going there when he suggested it. 8 for an 8, it's not able to bite you.
All I wanted was a cute umbrella.
Okay, yeah.
Right? Yeah. Jade, it is your turn.
Okay, so
it's now free of your turn. Your friend.
Okay, so I am going to use prestidigitation, right, to pull the fire from the candle that never goes out. It's on my hat, and I am going to take the prestidigitation and make it fly through the sky and set the umbrella on fire.
You can go high.
The paper ribs of the umbrella burn up, and it's left this bamboo sort of skeleton, which is still clattering and sort of chewing the air as it's flopping there in the street. You have a bonus action?
For bonus action, I am. Let me make sure I got all in this.
This is genuinely terrifying.
I am going to cast Healing Word on the wound that I gave my friend for 7 healings.
Okay, so I'm gonna say with the bonus action, you reach out and pull the bolt out of her paunch and sort of slap Healing Word on top of her.
Yeah,
and
cool.
And give her 7 healing.
I'm so sorry.
All right. And Drift, you're up. This thing is still flopping in the street. Little broken, very much burned, still gnashing its teeth.
We didn't skip Isla, did we?
No, Isla is last.
Okay, cool.
I am weak.
All right. Go for another quarterstaff booming blade.
Oh God.
At least it's not on your foot no more.
All right, 24 to hit, 7 bludgeoning,
Okay.
and another 5 thunder.
Okay.
Oh, it's still got the hex active. Let me roll the necrotic too. I'm sure there's a way I can group these rolls with D&D Beyond. 4 necrotic as well.
I'm not worried about it. Okay. It's looking bad. I'm not going to lie. It's looking bad. Lythan, as you are up now, it is free, flopping in the road. Where before it was gnashing its teeth, now it's sort of gasping and letting out moans of pain as it's sort of flopping in the road in front of you. Broken ribs standing everywhere, bamboo sort of right angles to the actual shape of it. It's not looking good.
She'll just run up to it and kick it.
Okay. So roll that attack.
Oh my God.
And then unarmed strike, I think is 15 to hit. And then I think it's just straight up 5.
It very definitely does 5 damage. Did you want a bonus action? Anything?
No.
Don't you get your rage?
Question.
Don't you get your rage on a kick?
Is it? I thought it was on weapon attacks.
I think your rage action is on melee attacks.
Oh, I think it is. You're right. Yeah, I got more of them. I'll use another one.
Okay.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't Booming Blade also have an attack once that creature is moved?
I think it has to move on its own power, but yeah.
All right. So what was your rage damage?
It's an extra 2. Oh yeah, I didn't. Let me think. Yeah, I guess I will give it a good old glowing kick. So it'll be the +2 and then. Another set. Wow.
Yeah, you beat it into submission as it falls apart into a pile of sticks on the ground in front of you, letting out one last as it dies.
Is it still an umbrella, or is it's just a crushed up pile of sticks? Maybe you get your.
It's a crushed up pile of burned sticks with papery ash where the paper burned away.
Sorry, Isla.
You've ruined my parasol.
Bit me.
Oh, she can't talk. Just kidding. She didn't say anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say
she just goes like a sad, mournful howl,
and then proceeds to sniff it and sort of bat it with her paw.
Yeah.
Because dog, as we all know how dogs do.
Dogs.
Right? So with that, you have discovered the letter from the parents begging their child to come home, the mimic parasol, a pentacle necklace that you're not sure of what the meaning is of it, or if there is any magic to it, 70 gold, a lute with 3 strings, and 3 books which you can't really understand. What are you all doing?
Like I'm gonna pocket the gold and try to do a little shopping before we leave town.
All right, perception from everybody else to see whether or not they see you taking this gold.
Can I do it at disadvantage because I don't really understand what gold is?
And
Absolutely.
I'm not necessarily trying to hide it. I'm just doing it.
Okay.
I'm reading the letter. It is so sad. We just killed somebody's son.
I got 11 for perception.
All right.
A 9.
Lythan got a 9. Jade, did you roll perception?
Yes, I did not get good.
Okay.
Like,
I,
not good.
Drift, you're 100% able to pocket 70 gold with nobody seeing you do it.
All right.
Even though you weren't really trying to hide it, you do succeed in doing it. As we pause for a decision as to what you want to do, a group of townspeople come up to you and say, excuse me, why did you, I mean, first it was like yelling, and then there was a lot of magic and a lot of mayhem, and now there's a dead whatever that is, and a dead whatever that is in the street. What are you doing?
We're bad guys. You're welcome. And I'm just gonna walk off.
Too much.
How did you know
Oh, hey
they're
there.
bad guys?
Oh, hey there, bud. What you got here is one of them there undead necromantic sort of doomsday cults, and we're gonna go kind of take care of it for you. You're welcome.
That's right, we're fighting monsters.
Do the queens know about this?
I mean,
And yes, the queens very definitely do. They sent you
they kind of sent us, yeah.
Roll persuasion.
Something I'm good at. Let's see. 22.
Yeah, he believes you and says, all right, but maybe next time don't make such a mess in the street. This is going to be, and he's just kind of standing there, one hand on his hip, the other one sort of behind his neck, scratching the back of his head as he's like, ew.
Yeah, man. Just like one good rain's gonna take care of most of this for you. There's not many solid pieces left.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I can see that. So you walk away, leaving him to deal with the corpse of the creature that you killed. What are you doing now? Are you looking to shop before you leave town? Are you headed out of town? What are you doing?
I want to find an armor store and also just kind of I'll keep my eye out for an umbrella for sale as well.
All right. So are you going to tell your friends that that's what you're doing here?
Yeah. I got some last minute shopping to do.
Isla, you're still in wolf form. What are you doing? You very much understand what he says.
I'm gonna kind of perk my ears up when I hear umbrella, and I'm just gonna fall into step beside him as though I am his pet.
All right. So
Give you
now have an Isla
scratch
pet.
on the head.
Yep.
She makes
Yep.
she does happy puppy tippy taps.
What are you doing, Lythan, in hearing that he's headed for an armorer?
I'll just tell the merchant or whoever was telling us, we should clean this up, and then going over to Jade and just asking, okay, after all that, how they're feeling.
Oh, I am okay. Do you see this letter? It is very sad. And then, do you see it was somebody's son that we just killed?
Oh, are you sure?
All right. Who's got the pinnacle?
I don't.
That
Who picked up the pinnacle?
probably-
Anybody?
You should take the necklace, Lyden. You know, you're like big and you're strong, and if something evil comes out of it, you could squish it.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Makes
so
sense to
Lyden,
me.
you can add
Yes.
you can add a pentacle necklace to your inventory. The letter went to Jade after Drift read it. Who's got the 3 books? Drift, are you holding on to those?
The books. I figured taking the gold was all I was gonna do.
All right, so who's
But
picked up the 3 books?
I want them, but I am still in wolf form.
You
I'll
can
put them in my
still.
bag for her.
Okay, all right. So you're going to hold on to 3 books for her. Who's taking the loot? Is that obviously going to? Is that obviously going to Jade as the bard?
So she has this loot already, and it's actually worse looking than this one because like it was her very first play school loot, and she was going to put it down and take the new one and put it on her back.
All right. So you have a new 3-string loot, and with that, we are going to go ahead and do a little bit of shopping and be done with this particular episode because I do need a break between now and the next game.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we're playing tonight too.
Yeah.
But yeah, you find yourself in the street away from the market where all of the groceries and fresh foods were being sold. This is a street of crafters, of artisans. There is a blacksmith shop. There is a leatherworking shop. There is a general goods shop. And there is a shop that says for the discerning customer out in front.
well, I gotta go discerning customer. I gotta see what this is about.
All right. And you walk inside and realize that it is a shop that sells magical things.
I'm definitely not gonna be able to afford anything magical. So
And your friend, the alleyman, steps up behind you as you walk in the door and says, what are you here for?
oh geez, bud, were you there the whole time?
Well, yeah, sort of, kind of hanging out.
And what'd you think of that weird owl guy?
I don't think it was an owl. I think that the queen sent you on a very important task and would see you equipped. So let's get you equipped.
Oh shoot, bud. Well, I guess all I really need is some good medium armor. Half plate would be awesome, and some kind of shield.
And he goes up to the desk and says, I feel like you don't have armor in here, do you? And the gnome behind the desk looks at him over his glasses and just shakes his head. And he's, somewhere between 150 and 300. It's very hard to tell with gnomes. Very long hair, very long beard, very much giving you sort of a Leonard of Quirm vibe as he kind of peers over his glasses and shakes his head.
Well, this might be a long shot then, but how about a magical umbrella?
No, I don't have any of that. Let's see what I can come up with here. And he starts pulling things out from behind the counter and says, well, I suppose I could let that go. You got any use for a whip?
Whip.
As that is the card that turned up.
Oh my god. Isla's gonna, in her wolf form, kind of like put her paws up on the counter, and she's not as tall, but like almost as tall as Drift when she stands up. And she's just got like that wolfy, like lolling tongue grin.
Oh, hey there, girl. You want the whip, girl? You want the whip?
Haru!
Yeah, I
So he
guess.
puts this pair of whips up on the counter and tells you that of course, yeah, there's dog.
Shut up.
Hi, dog.
I'm behaving as Isla. Thank you very much. I don't even need to hear that shit. Fuck off.
So there are two whips. So Lythan, you may take one, and Isla may take one. And we'll determine next time we play what damage, if any, they do, because I think whips are underpowered in D&D. But they do give you five additional feet of reach. So it's 10-foot reach.
So from this, like,
He's got your.
from this one server I was looking at,
It does, because I'm not happy with the way D&D does whips.
I've seen
Okay.
cool like disarm rules too for whips.
And I've got a really interesting card that comes up after that. So I'm going to say we've got at least another, maybe one, maybe two magical items out of this person.
Oh.
Because then, hold on, it blacked out.
Dark.
Wow.
Hold on. I'm gonna disconnect and reconnect really quick because it's my shit's going weird. Woohoo.
He starts looking around and says, well, and it oddly, sort of, when your hand grasps the hilt, the ring sort of settles over your wrist. It likes you. And we'll discover what that ring that happened on your hand did the next time we play. We'll go into that. And he puts
Awesome.
he puts one more item on the counter and says, "This is the only other thing I got that I can possibly give to servants of the Queen. You'll have to decide who gets it." And I'm going to say that this is very much the form, not shown on the card, but sort of the form of the wheel on the top of the card, where it is a sand hourglass in a gear mechanism with a sliding bar across the top.
Ho ho.
And he says, this will let you one time per day, one moment, one action, one thought, one deed. This will let you rewind it.
Oh, holy shit.
It's a 6-second rewinder.
Oh, do you know how much shit that could get us out of?
Yeah, that's pretty sick. I feel like it's like the antithesis of Drift's character, so somebody else is gonna have to take it. But
All right, so you have a 6-second rewinder.
As the
Besides,
responsible one, I will put this in my bag.
so
can't help it.
God. Oh, we're never gonna see it again.
so the 6-second rewinder goes into Jade's bag. And with that, we're going to wrap the session. Next session, we will take up getting you guys armor and weapons of the mundane kind.
Hopefully, I'll